Hi everyone, my name is Sophie and I am on We Found New Music with Owens. I'm going to be performing a couple of my songs. This first one is Blur. Hope you enjoy it. New love honeymoon phases, offering my heart, will you take it? Only last week we were strangers, now we're acquainted. West Coast breeze in your hair and I want you. We could take a trip upstate, hit the country. We could kick it back in my place if you want. Or we could leave Earth for a while, look back, watch it swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. Hop up in the whip and swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. Playing with my hair, love it when you do that. Clothes all on the floor, love the way you move that. Grind for me, wine for me, put me in the cow, make time for me. I've been waiting, African giant, send me that location, I'll be there in 5. I can take you places, Lagos to Accra, link up and we'll burn one. Shawty, you deserve it. Swerve, live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. Hop up in the whip and swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. A West Coast breeze in your hair and I want you. We could take a trip upstate, hit the country. Oh, wow. We could kick it back in my place if you want to. Or we could leave Earth for a while, look back, watch it swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. Hop up in the whip and swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. Hop up in the whip and swerve. Live in disguise in a blur. Tell me when you're getting off work today. Tell me when you wanna see your girl today. This is Broken World. It is a song off my EP, Light Waves. This broken world can only be fixed by the ones in it. This broken world only needs love from the ones in it. There's chaos in this world, everywhere I turn I see another person shot along until they learn. There's violence in the streets, there's buildings being burnt. Oh no, there's people with no home, they have nowhere to go. They want to move to a safe place, but leaders tell them no. Why can't we just join together? This broken world can only be fixed by the ones in it. This broken world only needs love from the ones in it. Stop and think for a second and believe what you believe. Let me tell you that's a blessing. Freedom of speech, a voice inside each person. Oh yeah, grab their hand when they fall on the floor. Cause when you move with love, it will only open doors. Open doors, only open doors. Yeah, this broken world can only be fixed by the ones in it. This broken world only needs love unification, under communication. People switching up so fast you think that they mutated. Government shut down, streets no more a playground. We need to say the children, it's time to make a new sound. Let people live, ban the guns, put the knife, find your love, share your love. It doesn't cost a dime. In this broken world, you must find a way to flow. The power's deep inside, but your ego gotta go. This broken world can only be fixed by the ones in it. This broken world only needs love from the ones in it. This broken world can only be fixed by the ones in it. This broken world only needs love from the ones in it. Thank you so much. That was Sophie on We Found New Music with Grant Owens.
Hey guys, Grant Owens here for the We Found New Music radio show. We are joined by Sophie in the studio.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Oh yeah, such a pleasure to have you. You just performed a couple tracks for us. Let's right off the bat talk a little bit about those tracks that you just performed.
For sure. So the first one I performed is called Blur, and I released that in April of this year. And it's a really like chill R&B song that I actually wrote in quarantine about a past relationship. And it's pretty much about that new like honeymoon phase, that sort of like initial like butterflies, and you're really excited to see the person. You're like, when you're getting off work, I know there's like a lyric, tell me when you're getting off work today. You know, so yeah, it's pretty much a song about like young love and everything it comes with. Yeah,
I heard a little Jill Scott in that one.
That's so
That's
awesome.
what I
you
picked
say
up.
That.
And then the second song?
Yeah, the second song is called Broken World. It's a song from my EP Light Waves that I released in 2019. It's my second EP. And I'd say that song was inspired by the state of the world at the time. I actually wrote it very angry. I think what set it off was like Trump becoming president. I was like so pissed. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that on the radio.
You're fine.
But yeah, I was very annoyed, and I was like, no. And I wrote Broken World. So that's how that story came.
There's definitely a lot of angry songs back then, or just frustration expressed through lyric. Yeah,
but it's very like powerful to me, and I only wrote that rap part when I decided to like actually record the song. And that whole EP is a live EP. And that's my second EP. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Light Waves.
Have you always incorporated rap into your music, or was there ever a point where you were mostly rapping and singing less, or how have you found yourself producing music?
It's always been like a bit of both.
Yeah.
I'd say that I started songwriting when I was really young, and it stemmed from like poetry. So yeah, there's always been that sort of like, my songwriting stems from poetry. So because of that, when I started writing songs, it was a mix of like singing and rapping. I would write whole rap songs too sometimes. So yeah, it's a bit of both.
Your delivery is a little bit more in the style of poetry.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
kind of
cool.
More spoken as opposed to yelling.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, and I mean, I love rap, I love hip hop too. And yeah, it's something that like I do want to revisit. I don't know when, but yeah, like I don't really limit myself to a genre. So I think it's interesting to kind of see where I am in the moment in time. You know?
That's so important to point out. You don't limit yourself to a genre. I feel like that's most of the artists that come through. And because, you know, you don't want to get bored. It's like, let's go in this direction now with the sound.
Yeah.
Or let's rap a little bit or add some pop in there. So I commend you for keeping things fresh throughout your style, which I gravitated to. And I think you're having a lot of fun doing it. I'm getting that vibe too.
Yes, 100%.
So let's take a step back. Tell me about your background and where you're from.
So I'm from Accra, Ghana. It's a country in West Africa, for people that don't know. You may or may not know. And I also partly grew up in the UK. Sort of half and half growing up until I went to college in Boston. And yeah, I feel like living in both places in my formative years definitely like shaped who I am as a person, shaped like my interests, like what I want to do. And it started with singing and poetry, and then that led to songwriting. I was always in like school plays, theater. I was actually a big like sports woman too. I thought I was gonna go into like sports.
Really?
Like yeah.
Like what were you mostly playing in sports?
It was a lot of different ones, but my main loves were like football, which you call soccer, lacrosse, hockey, like field hockey. They have a thing in England called netball, which is
like volleyball?
It's like the girl version of basketball, and I say that because like it's a girl sport, which is kind of weird, but it is a girl sport. So it's basically similar to basketball, but you can't actually move with the ball. You have to like pivot. And like get free so that people can pass you the ball. But
that's awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
But growing up, especially like in Ghana, I'd say that it made me like hear just different sounds that I brought with me to the UK that just like inspired me. And I definitely kind of kept my sense of like knowing where I was from, even though I went to the UK when I was around like 6. So yeah.
Right on. But now you're gravitating more towards music at this point in your life, and you're dropping a song or two a year, maybe more.
Yeah. Well, today as of Friday, it will be 3 songs this year on singles. Yeah.
Did you kind of talk about how you got into music, because you were doing sports?
Yeah. Let me share that. So I was doing both like simultaneously, and then I got really badly injured when I was like 13, and that seems like so young, but I was doing.
And how old are you now?
I'm 24 now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was doing sports heavily, and I didn't fully stop, but it definitely made me kind of like pick music and be like, okay, like this is what I want to like pursue for like my career. Yeah, and since then I sort of like never looked back. And I released my first EP when I was 16 and my first single when I was 16, and then have tried to continue releasing since then. I also started playing the guitar when I was about 12 because I really wanted to like play and sing at the same time, like my cover, like when I was learning covers actually. And that also led me to songwriting with guitar. I dabbled in piano a bit, and I want to get back into piano, but I didn't find it as like natural as guitar for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like piano is easier to learn for me, but opposite for you.
Yeah.
So you have a couple tracks. Now, you played Blur today?
I did play
great.
Blur, yeah.
You played Blur. Why don't we listen to If You Don't Stop? You didn't play that, right?
I didn't.
Cool. So was that out this past year?
So that came out in 2021 actually, but there's a really cool music video for it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a taste of your produced sound now. So let's go into it and we can talk about it on We Found New Music. SOFIE with If You Don't Stop. And we're back on We Found New Music. I am Grant Owens, joined by SOFIE from Ghana and living in LA. How long have you lived in Los Angeles?
A few months.
Oh, only a few months?
Yeah, I got here in September.
Moved originally from?
So I was moving from... So basically, I was bi-coastal last year. I was in New York staying with my bro, and then in Redlands, California, if you know where that is, but it's near San Bernardino.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was pretty much just like trying to get things together, getting my driver's license, saving up so I could actually live in LA. And it worked out. So super happy to be here. Moved here early September.
Right on. If You Don't Stop was the track we just listened to, and that's out now.
Yeah.
You can go stream that.
Yes.
But now let's go talk about the next one, which we're going to go into, We Day.
We Day.
That's it. And we've been hearing samples of this one. Talk about the influence in this track.
Yes.
It's so fun. I see all your friends dancing to it, singing along. Tell me about We Day.
I will. So We Day came to be, actually, it started about 4 years ago, which sounds crazy. But I had this melody in my head, and it was literally the hook. We day like we know day. We day like we know day. And a little background, the word day is used a lot in Pidgin English, which is sort of like another language. It's like broken English, and it's spoken very widely in like West Africa. And the word day can be used like in many different ways. So for example, someone could be like, where you day go, which means like, where are you going? Or someone could be like, we day, which means we are here. So yeah, there's many different ways. It's sort of like a passing word that you can use, which can mean a lot of different things.
Okay.
So when in the song I say, we day like we know day. So that's sort of like a phrase that means like, we're here, but like, we're not here. If you can get the meaning of it. But it's like, see, there's a lot of different, so like you can be like, we day, which is like, I'm here. We can be like, we day like we know day. So many different meanings. People can like perceive it or receive it in the way they want to, which I think is pretty cool.
I feel like this will be a big song of your set. I feel like it already is part of.
Thank you so much.
It's like a festive vibe.
Thank you. I'm so excited for this one to come out. It's self-produced, which I'm so hyped about. And I knew that it was going to be a song. Like when I first had that melody, that hook in my head, I was actually with my cousin. It was about 4 years ago in my house in Ghana. And I was like, yo, I'm going to make this into a song one day. Like kind of laughing, but like knew that I was actually going to do it. And then I was in quarantine. I was back home this is 2021, probably around February. And there's this artist back home called Sister Deborah, who is also a family friend. She's friends with my sister. And I just thought she'd be like perfect on the track. So I hit her up like, hey, would you be down to co-write with me, like feature as well? And we had a few writing sessions, and then it was kind of done. And then I went back to America, and she sent me all her vocals. I was still like producing the song. I really wanted the production to be like top notch. So I really waited my time. I really like took my time to work on it. And yeah, finished. I mean, it's finished. I'm so happy that it's going to be out on Friday.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time here, so we're going to have to go into that track and close out the interview.
Okay.
So Sophie, thank you so much for joining us and performing for us the new single. Let's play it now.
Thank you so much for having me. This is We Day.
On We Found New Music.